What is going on, everyone? Steve-O Supremo here, and I am just another game collector, and I got a fun story this morning to share with you guys. Well, this will probably be the evening by the time this thing comes out, but in regards to this pickup on this random Thursday morning yard sale. Yes, a Thursday morning yard sale, and mind you, it's a yard sale that I didn't even go to. This is something my wife found, and my wife doesn't go to yard sales. She doesn't like doing it like me. I think she went with me one time last year, and we actually found a nice dresser for my daughter's bedroom. But other than that, she doesn't go to yard sales. So the story behind this, how this all happened, Thursday morning, my wife was actually had some vacation time that she used for today and Friday, so she was off work, and we still all woke up at our normal times. I had to get the kids ready and everything. But I took them to school today. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give the kids a ride to school. I normally do that every day anyways, but since she was up, she decided she was going to go out and get herself some coffee. So she headed out to go get some coffee. I headed out to go take the kids to school. Now, on her way to go get some coffee, she passes by a house and sees that they were having a yard sale, and she could see the Nintendo box while driving by it. So she tried to call me to give me a heads up, like, hey, I just saw a yard sale happening and I see a Nintendo system. You might want to come and pick this thing up. But I did not have my phone with me. I did not have my phone. I left it at the house while I was taking my kids to school. So I didn't have it here. I'm not one who's kind of attached to their phone all the time. I don't need it beside me all the time. So I actually have the willpower to leave it at home once in a while. So I left my phone at home. I took the kids to school, and she decided, you know what? She went ahead and got her coffee, and then on the way back, she decided, I'll just go ahead and stop and ask about it. Now, while at the sale, she was there, and she tried to call me again just because she knows nothing about this stuff. She has no idea. She doesn't know prices or anything. So she didn't really know what to do. So she went to call me again. Of course, I didn't have my phone, so I couldn't answer. So story is, she started getting into it and like asking how much the people wanted for the system, because all she saw was this system there. She didn't see any games. And they said they wanted $100 for this Nintendo action set. Now, as you can see, this action set has seen its better days. Compared to the box I got earlier this year, this thing is in pretty rough shape. And in all honesty, I don't think I would have even paid $100 for it. Just because I already have my complete in box NES now. And it would be cool to have this variant, but this box is just really beat up. And it's missing the gun for it. It's missing the zapper. So it did not have that in it. But it's got the styrofoam and everything in there. If I can get a better view. Yeah, you can see it. It's got styrofoam, but it's kind of beat up and everything. So they wanted $100 for it. And again, I probably wouldn't have done it. But my wife went ahead and did it. But she went ahead and asked, like, do you guys have any other video games you're wanting to sell? And they said, you know what? I think we do have some Super Nintendo and stuff in the house. We'll go get them. And she's like, yeah, my husband loves all this stuff, so get whatever you can, and I'll try to buy it off of you. So they go inside, and they bring out the rest of this random assortment of games. These random PS2 games, some Super Nintendo, some good stuff here, and then Awesome Sly 2 and Miracle Piano on Sega Genesis. And they ended up doing $150 for all this stuff. Again, like, don't get mad at my wife. She doesn't know prices or anything on these things. She doesn't know anything about these games. So she just assumed like $5 a game. I think they counted it up, and they just rounded off to $150, and she got all of it. So I was really shocked because I got home and saw that I missed all these calls from her. Called her back, and she's like, well, I'll have a surprise for you when I get home. And then she brought this in the house, and I was just kind of like, what in the world? A little bit slack-jawed at what I saw when she brought in. So we'll go over all this stuff again real quick. The NES action set there again, missing the zapper and a Mario Duck Hunt. But the big time winners here are, see, they had 2 copies of Dracula in here, which was kind of random. But Mortal Kombat, with some etching in it. Illusion of Gaia, A Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Super R-Type, and then these are the only 2 games I actually need out of this Super Nintendo stuff for my collection. And that's Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2. And of course, it's a rental one, which I actually kind of like collecting rental stuff. So you guys know that from video I did earlier. So enjoy rental stuff. It does stink that the sticker is right in the middle of the label, but hey, we'll roll with it. And the Seventh Saga. I didn't have this one, Enix game. So really awesome to have that. And then I didn't have the Miracle Piano game here, and I didn't even know they made this for the Genesis. I thought that this was only on the NES, and apparently this is like a pretty rare game to find, especially if you can find the keyboard for the Genesis too. So really cool to add that to the collection. And I already had this one, but Sly 2 Band of Thieves is a really good, solid pickup with a long piece of my daughter's hair sitting on it. But really cool, awesome pickup there. So, what a score by my wife. She kind of hoes the lady. I'm gonna be honest with her, but again, she doesn't know prices on stuff, guys. She does not know prices on anything. So, yeah, not too bad for a surprise Thursday morning. When do you guys ever see a Thursday morning garage sale? You know, the weather's starting to change here. It's starting to feel good outside. We're starting to hit the 60s in my area. It's going to be in the 70s next week. Ooh, I'm looking forward to springtime. It normally doesn't last long here for us. We only get like 2 or 3 weeks of it. So I'm going to enjoy it. There's going to be a ton of yard sales. My neighborhood that I live in put on their Facebook page, hey, I'm just letting everyone know we're gearing up for our May 10th community yard sale. So we're going to be having one of those here May 10th. I kind of want to participate in it. I was like, that might be a good way to offload a lot of those DVDs that I bought that I didn't want for the collection out of that set you guys saw me show off. But I also want to go shop in it. So I got to kind of decide how I want to do things that morning. But in that post, I had put in there, like, if anyone has that video games they want to sell, let me know in the neighborhood thing. And I had a bunch of likes on it. And I had a couple people message me already. And we're going to schedule some times to meet up to look at stuff. So if any of that stuff pans out, I'll let you guys know. But let's give a hand to my wife. My wife, who knows nothing about video games, scoring a yard sale pickup on a random Thursday. So not too bad, wife. I knew I married her for a reason. Just kidding, guys. I love that woman. She's awesome, and for her to find something like this, like, and just thinking of me while she's out there, and like, I'm gonna go do it anyway. That was really awesome of her. So, love her to death. And yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. If I find anything else, if there's any other sales going on this weekend, if I find anything good, I'll let you guys know. All right, catch you guys in the next one.